Good morning from Trinity Lutheran Church in Mount Joy, PA. This is our morning meditation. Today, some thoughts about circles. It's hard to imagine a shape more prevalent or more important to our lives than a circle. Think of how many things in life are built upon this shape. Tires, a clock face, cookies, pizza. Even gears are circles with notches in them that make them work. The list is really endless. A sphere is simply a circle in 3D. Imagine playing a game with a ball shaped like a triangle. Doesn't sound like much fun, does it? But there's also eternal wisdom that is represented quite well by a circle. Meditation reminds us that we are part of the great circle of life. When the demands and stresses of our world throw us into hyperactivity and we start to believe in the illusion that we are simply task-completing machines, meditation connects us to ourselves and the world around us. It reminds us we are human and blessed to be so. Let's practice. Get comfortable. If you can't assume the traditional meditation position of sitting with your back straight and your neck straight as though it's being pulled by a string from the ceiling, just get comfortable. Breathing is really such a simple, elemental thing. We take it for granted until it's interfered with. Just ask anyone suffering from a broken rib. Meditation concentrates on this elemental thing for many reasons. By concentrating on our breath, we find relaxation, connection, peace, and build a more mindful life. In our Friday meditations, we practice this connection, always in the same way, so you will have a go-to meditative practice you can call on as needed. Close your eyes and start to watch your breath. Concentrate on your nostrils or your diaphragm. Breathe naturally. Don't force anything. If a thought comes, let it come, and then let it go. Always return to the breath. Do this for 3 minutes. Then we will talk some more about circles. One of the truths about circles is they can include or exclude. All of us know the feeling of being inside a circle, a team, a group of friends, our church. Being part of a circle is a warm and welcoming feeling. It's a comfort as we face the slings and arrows of life. But we also know that feeling of not being in the circle, that feeling that we aren't welcomed, that feeling we are ignored, that feeling that no help will come to us from those in a circle when trouble comes our way. Imagine a pebble dropped in a very still pond. Imagine what happens. A beautiful circle is created, a circle that moves outward, and that beautiful circle can ripple outward almost endlessly. In Genesis, God comes to Abraham and promises 3 things. Follow me, God says, and I will give you a land, many descendants, and your people will be a blessing to all nations. God drops, if you will, a pebble into the pond that is Abraham's life. As this circle moves outward, God's blessing is given to those inside his circle, Abraham's descendants. But God's love and God's blessing is never content with limitations. As time passes, this blessing expands ever outward, enfolding all people, including those we might be surprised to find in our circle of God. In Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, it is written, "In the days to come, the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established as the highest of the mountains, and shall be raised above the hills. All nations shall stream to it. Many peoples shall come and say, 'Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, that God may teach us God's ways, and that we may walk in God's paths. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more." Remember, as you consider the circle of your life, the circle of God's grace and love, remember it contains you no matter what. Revel in this knowledge, and then love your neighbor. And remember, they share this blessing with you. Peace.